Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni vowed to relaunch relations with China during her first visit to Beijing since taking office, announcing that she has signed a 3-year plan to deepen cooperation. Now, after meeting Chinese Premier Li Qiang on Sunday, Ms. Meloni said the trip demonstrated the will to start a new phase. According to a statement released by Li's office, though, the two countries aim to increase mutually beneficial cooperation between small and medium-sized enterprises in the fields of shipbuilding, aerospace, new energy, as well as artificial intelligence. But Italy, which is China's fourth-largest trading partner in the European Union, remains keen to pursue a strong economic relationship with Beijing. To further understand the ramifications, we have with us Shairi Malhotra, Associate Fellow from the Observer Research Foundation. Thank you so much for making time for us on the World 24/7. Now, while Giorgia Meloni has been a vocal critic of China in the past, now China has asked Italy to play a constructive role in promoting a positive and stable relationship with Europe during this visit. What have been some of the key takeaways for you?
Well, thank you firstly for having me on your show. So just to give you a bit of context, this is Prime Minister Meloni's first visit to China since she took over 2 years ago. And Italy's exit from China's Belt and Road Initiative, I would say, is really at the heart of this trip. In 2019, Italy had joined the BRI, and this had raised concerns amongst Western countries because of worries that China would take control of Italian strategic and critical infrastructure such as telecoms, ports, etc. And Italy's participation in the BRI was very significant because it was the only major EU economy to join the initiative. The other European countries that had joined were a lot smaller. Italy was also the only G7 member to join at a time when China's ties with the West were fraying. So, we need to understand in the context of this visit why Italy joined the BRI in the first place and why it exited from the BRI. So if you look at the Italian economy, it was struggling for many years, since the 1990s, in fact, and the BRI investments were seen as a means to revitalize Italy's economy. It was expected that the BRI would increase Italian exports to China. Italy would gain greater access to the Chinese market. But if you look at the outcome of Italy's membership in the BRI for 4 years, it didn't really accrue any substantial economic benefits to Italy. So this visit, in a sense, is really to cultivate economic collaboration with China, relaunch bilateral cooperation outside the BRI framework. Even though Italy left the BRI, the exit was never really intended to be a deal breaker in terms of ties with China from Italy's side. Because if you recall the manner in which Meloni and her government exited the BRI, they did it in a very low-key fashion. They were very careful. They made it clear that even while exiting, they wanted to upgrade ties with China outside the scope of the BRI framework through a mutually beneficial partnership. And this is what this visit really aims to do.
Right. Would you then say that what Meloni achieved in her China trip this week is a win-win for both countries?
I think to a certain extent, yes, because as I mentioned earlier, Italy has been battling economic woes. The average growth rate in Italy, it's been consistently lower than the EU average. So the focus of this visit has really been economics. Chinese investments are still seen as a way to improve Italy's economic growth. China is Italy's second largest trading partner after the US. So the economic relationship with Beijing continues to be important to China. Italy is very keen to attract Chinese investment. Given that Chinese investment in Italy has been less than countries such as Germany and also less than Italian FDI in Italy, this visit is really a way to try to correct some of this imbalance.
Right. Also, Giorgia Meloni's visit came as the European Commission is seeking to reduce its economic reliance on China. But diplomatic observers said individual EU member states were also still keen to engage. What is your reading of the situation?
Well, if you look at, if you go back to 2019 again, the same period when Italy joined the BRI, that was also the time when the European Union released its, China outlook strategy, where it called China a partner, competitor, and a systemic rival. Since then, we've actually seen European attitudes towards China hardening. We've also seen EU member states being guided by the tone that has been set by the European Union's policy towards China. At the same time, while EU member states do support the EU's approach. They are also trying to balance their own relations with China depending on their national and economic interests. Meloni is not the only European leader to be visiting China in the midst of these tensions. We saw German Chancellor Scholz visit China early this year, but the focus was again on trade, rebalancing Germany's ties with China. Last year, we saw President Macron as well visiting China, where he signed business deals, etc. So the Chinese market continues to, be an allure for European countries despite the recent tensions. So I would say that Meloni, her visit may somewhat appear to undermine EU cohesion, but it's really something that many European leaders have been doing. If you look at things like the EU probe in China's electric vehicles industry, Italy has in fact supported the European Commission's decision to impose tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. And I would really say that Meloni is herself taking this very same EU message to Beijing, that Beijing needs to rectify its unfair trade practices. It needs to create a more equitable environment for Italian companies. And the 3-year action plan that has been signed, in fact, stresses the importance, again, of balanced and mutually beneficial relationships. This is something that the EU is also trying to achieve with China. So she's really sort of carrying the EU message along.
Well, Shari Malhotra, what a pleasure to hear your views. Thank you so much for joining us on The World 24/7.